All right, good Tuesday morning, everybody. We are live here on Ken's 5. It is a mostly clear start to the day, and temperatures aren't bad. We're in the lower 80s right now. We're going to get started and talk about our forecast for this upcoming week. If you have any questions, comment down below. But I hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday. 2 down and 3 to go until the weekend. You know, the weather just doesn't look too different. If you liked yesterday, you like today. And no significant changes are expected. Now, historically, September is a pretty wet month, and we typically get a lot of rainfall, around 3 to 4 inches of rain on average. And earlier in the month, we saw some pretty good downpours the first 2 weekends or so of September, but now we're just trending drier. So not much to talk about because it's just quiet outside. And aside from some coastal showers, really not much in the way of widespread rain. There may be a couple of hit or miss downpours near Corpus Christi, the Rio Grande Valley, McAllen, South Padre Island, but otherwise pretty quiet here in our area. But again, if you have any questions, comment down below, and we'll be live for the next 10 to 15 minutes here on Ken's 5. All right, live look around town. It is a sunny start to our day. One more cloud cover out near Morgan's Wonderland Camp and near Calaveras Lake. Otherwise, nice start to our day. Middle to lower 80s at this hour. We'll take a look at current conditions in a second. First, here's a look at the amount of rainfall so far. That's key. So far we've seen for 2025. Funny enough, we've hit 25 inches of rain for 2025 so far. And that's about 2 inches of rain or so above average for where we should be this time of year. So we're ahead of schedule, and that's not bad. That's actually really good. So we have a surplus of rain. And if you look at years past, based on where we've been at this point in the year with year-to-date rainfall, back in 24, we were about 1.5 inches below average. Back in 23, about 8 inches behind schedule. Back in 2022, almost 2 feet behind schedule. Actually, 2 feet behind schedule. Well, no, 1.5 feet or so behind schedule. But anyway, big takeaway, 2022 was one of the driest years on record. I think we finished the year out at 11 inches of rain in San Antonio, or the annual average is around 31 to 32. So 2022 was a historically dry year. Thankfully, we've tripled that amount of rain from 2022. We're at 25 in San Antonio for the year-to-date rainfall. 2 inches of rain above average. We'll take that. All right, also lake levels. If you live anywhere near Canyon, Medina Lake, Lake Buchanan, Lake Travis, most lakes are doing good. Medina Lake, obviously, at 6.1% full. That's a lot better than where it was, obviously, like 6 months ago. It was down to like 2% full. It's at 6.1 thanks to recent rains over these last couple of months. That's still about 81 feet away from its conservation pool. And the 1 month change is about a foot below where it was this time last month. Medina Lake is the one that's suffering. Also, Choke Canyon at 11% full. That's near Corpus Christi. That one's not doing so well either, but otherwise, Canyon Lake doing okay. Lake Buchanan and Lake Travis out in central Texas, 86 to almost 96% full, depending on which one you're looking at. All right, right now over San Antonio, 82 at the airport, 84 at Stinson. Winds are very light at 4 miles an hour. This time last week, we were looking at pretty bad air quality. Now, today's air quality going to fluctuate between good and moderate. Houston, though, in that red category. Houston is in that unhealthy for all groups for right now for today's air quality. San Antonio, Austin, Corpus Christi, all in that moderate group. But again, if you do have any problems with the air quality, if you have asthma or any respiratory condition, limit time outdoors because moderate to unhealthy for some sensitive groups will fluctuate later this week, just dependent on how light or how fast the wind speeds go because temperatures lower to middle 90s, not bad on the temperature, but if the winds go calm, the air can't move out and it can't mix things up, so the air just gets so stagnant, and that's what creates bad air quality. All right, yeah, Medina Lake is way down from Karen. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. I've seen pictures. I mean, it's up from what it was, obviously, like, you know, a year ago, like 2% full, but 6% full. While it is improvement, it's still not where it needs to be, that's for sure. Karen, you're very welcome. Absolutely. Hope you have a great day as well. Thank you for the kind words. Hope you have a great Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Hope you have a wonderful day today. Outside right now, though, 85 at Lackland, 81 at Bernie, same thing at Bandera, 81, 79 at Junction, 77 at Rock Springs, 86 at Kennedy, and 84 at Cotulla. Here's satellite and radar. No rain out there. It's dry. For any kind of rain, like any measurable spotty showers. You have to move towards like Corpus Christi and the valley, and even that like rain is very sparse and very few and far between. Today's forecast, just like yesterday, we had like one lone isolated shower enter the southeast side of town, but most of us stay dry. We have that possibility again today, mostly south of San Antonio, as seeing stray showers. That's a 10%, even 5 to 10% chance at that happening. Most of us staying clear and dry, and highs right around 92 to 93 later this afternoon under mostly sunny skies. There's that opportunity at an isolated rogue shower between Floresville, Gonzales, Hallettsville, George West, mostly confined to the Texas Gulf Coast, but most of us just staying partly cloudy and mostly dry. Now going forward, thankfully this huge ridge is not over Texas. If it were, that would mean like 100-degree weather. It's out to the west near Mexico and the Baja Peninsula, so it's away from us, but it still has its grip on us. So that leads to high temperatures a little bit above average, 92, 93, 94 degrees around the area. Now by this weekend, a weak area of low pressure sweeps across the plains out near Kansas, Missouri, the Dakotas, out in the northern part of the country. What that may do is push a little weak boundary into Texas, and that may spark off like 1 or 2 stray showers Saturday and Sunday. Not much of a chance for rain. Monday afternoon, Monday night, and Tuesday, there could be some storms that develop out in the Panhandle, out in North Texas, and that could move in our direction sometime Monday night and Tuesday. If that were to happen, like isolated, scattered showers. And matter of fact, while the models go back and forth on this a lot, and they will continue to do so, yesterday they were depicting like, an inch of rain or so around San Antonio. Now they're saying hundredths of an inch of rain, and that's pretty much it. So bottom line, next 7 to 10 days, fairly dry, but there's opportunities at some isolated showers and storms in the forecast into early next week. By the way, first day of fall is next Monday, September 22nd. Is it going to feel like fall? No. It's going to feel warm to hot, 94 degrees with some isolated rain around, 20 to 30% on that opportunity. And we'll just monitor how these trends move in the foreseeable future through Thursday and Friday. And depending on if our rain chance gets better for early next week, we'll up the chance for rain. But right now, just small, slim, isolated rain showers in our forecast. Matter of fact, download our KENS 5 app. We'll have additional updates, not just on local weather, but Texas weather, regional weather, tropical weather, any hurricanes that form in the Atlantic. We'll have additional updates on the KENS 5 app in the weather section. Again, it's free, guys. Why not? Download it for free. The free KENS 5 app in the App Store. You have additional updates on local news, weather, and the forecast here at KENS 5. So have a great Tuesday. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your morning. The weather, pretty straightforward. Not much of a change going forward. We're trending lower to middle 90s, which is around average. Average this time of year is 91 or so. So a few degrees above the normal, but pretty quiet weather. Isolated rain showers mainly towards the Texas Gulf Coast through the weekend, and then early next week by Monday and Tuesday, maybe a better opportunity and shot at seeing more scattered rain, but at the moment, it's trending drier as we wrap up September in the next couple of weeks.